In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience of moving from New Delhi, India to Canada. I'm going to be inserting clips of my journey as well as telling you multiple tips and tricks of my experience as well as things I did to smoothen up my journey. So here we go. Hey everyone, so I have finally decided to move to Canada this year. So just to give you some background, I already have visited Canada 2 years ago, where I did my soft landing as a permanent resident and got my SIN number and bank accounts activated back then. If you want to know more about those steps, I'm going to be linking a video down below. We arrived at the Delhi airport about 4 hours before our flight. We are flying Air Canada. We headed straight to the Air Canada counters. At the Air Canada counters, I would say there was a very short queue and the process was really smooth. Your experience is going to vary based on the class of travel you're flying. If you're flying business, you would get 2 bags of 32 kilograms each. And the process would be very smooth since you have a dedicated check-in counter. For premium economy as well, you will have 2 bags of 23 kgs each. Don't quote me on these numbers, these can change at any point of time. But the way they follow their bag protocols is basically each of your bags need to be at the set limit. You cannot share limits between bags. So let us say if one of your bags is 21 kilograms and the other bag is 25 kilograms, it is still a net weight of 46 kilograms, which is 23 kilograms each, but that is not allowed. Each of them needs to be exactly 23 kilograms and not overweight. If it is overweight, there is a $100 Canadian charge for the overweight limit. And any extra bags that you get is about $225 plus taxes per extra bag. Really expensive, I know, but knowing these beforehand and doing your research beforehand would definitely help here. For economy class, I would say it is 1 bag of 23 kilograms each, if I'm not wrong. All we had to do was show our passports and the PR cards. We already had them. If you don't have your PR cards and you have your COPR, you can just show them your COPR and the stamped visa on your passport, which you must have received, and that should be perfectly fine. After collecting our boarding passes and depositing our luggage, we proceeded to the immigration counters. The good thing about the Delhi airport is that it has started the Trusted Traveler program. It allows you to transit through the newer e-gates that the Delhi airport and a few airports in India have. It's a lot like your DigiYatra experience where you just scan your QR code and so on. In this scenario, you would be scanning your passport and they would be taking a picture of your face, but you don't meet an individual as such, like the immigration officer. It's all an electronic process. For it, you just need to visit the FTI TTP website. I'm going to be linking it down below, which is a fast-track immigration website. And you can go and register on it about 2 weeks before your travel date. You will get an email confirming that you have been approved, and after that you should be good to go. Once you arrive at the day of your flight, you need to go to the absolute right counter at the Delhi airports. I only know about the Delhi airports, I'm speaking about the Delhi airports. But yes, you go to the absolute right side of the immigration counters. The last counter is your biometric registration where you submit your fingerprints for the Trusted Traveler program for finishing the enrollment process. After you submit your fingerprints, you should be good to go. The entire Trusted Traveler program steps I mentioned is completely optional. If you would like to skip it, just go to the immigration counters as normal, and an immigration officer would see your COPR and your passport and just stamp you and let you go through the immigration gates. After that, we proceeded on to security. Now, I really wish that security was much better like it is in other countries, but for the Delhi airport, you really need to take out each and every cable, wire, all electronics, everything, all liquids, I would say. Basically everything that is a hazard in their list, it needs to be put in a separate tray, and things can't overlap. Because of this, I had camera gear and I had, let's say, a Bluetooth speaker and a couple of other electronic items, batteries as well, and a couple of, let's say, perfumes and things. I had to put them in multiple trays, and so I had like 3 different trays just because things can't overlap each other, and because of that it took me some time and it was a bit of an inconvenience. Again, then I walked through the security gates, and then at the end I would have to like pack all of them back into the way I had packed them earlier. Right, a bit of a hassle. I would say that was the least efficient step along the way, but till now I would say the check-in process, the immigration and the Delhi airport process was super smooth. After that, we proceeded and to, let's say, the lounge and the food court area, grabbed a bite to eat, and after that we went to the gates at the boarding time. At the boarding gates, the Air Canada staff was really polite and very organized. They called us out by our zone numbers and we just boarded seamlessly. And I would say we boarded before time in this scenario, right? And the gates were closed and the boarding was completed also before time. Delhi airport took, let's say, a small amount of time to give our plane some clearance. So we were inside the plane for about 20 minutes. After that, we took off. It was a 16-hour flight from Delhi to Toronto. It had a dinner service, a snack service, and a breakfast service. As soon as we took off, they served us dinner. And after dinner, basically set up the cabin for the sleeping process. So they dimmed all the lights and all service was then closed. It was a 16-hour flight. Entertainment system on the flight was working really well. The headphones were for free. So they were providing headphones that you could use with your entertainment devices, as well as if you are an Aeroplan member, they were also providing free texting internet, so you could WhatsApp or iMessage your folks. That was really cool. I did not expect them to provide this for free. Registering for Air Canada Aeroplan, the rewards program, is completely free. You can do that beforehand, or you can also do it on the day of your flight as well. About 16 hours later, this flight was following the darkness. So basically the entire flight is a nighttime flight, all 16 hours of it. And at about 6 a.m. in the morning, we landed in Toronto. The Air Canada staff was again really good. The deboarding process was super smooth. We deboarded the plane in about 10 minutes of reaching our gates at the airport, and we headed straight for immigration. Prior to immigration, there are these screens which are your CBSA declaration screens. If you already have your PR card, then in that scenario, you just need to scan the back of your PR card and you can go straight to the immigration officer, tell them where you were basically and speak to them, and then you can go through. If this is your first time visiting Toronto, I have a video linked about my experience when I came here for the first time and how I had to basically declare if I'm carrying anything I'm not supposed to, and then head to a separate place where you sign your COPR and meet immigration officers, which took me a couple of hours. Again, I'm going to link that video down below so you can check that portion out as well. The next step was to basically collect our luggage. So we headed down to baggage belt number 6 to collect our luggage, and our luggage was already there, which was super surprising. This is like the fastest time I have had to collect my luggage. And just so you know, like I had 5 different bags and all 5 of them were already bags. I had 5 different bags and all 5 of them were already at the belt. I also saw the SIN counter where you can get the Service Canada counter right beside belt number 6. So if you would like your, let's say, Service Canada, your SIN numbers at the airport, that is where you need to go right after collecting your luggage. After collecting your luggage, you just go through the customs. You hand them the slip that you got while scanning your PR cards or while filling in your declaration where you were supposed to mention that you were not getting anything you're not supposed to. And after that, you're out of the airport officially and you have entered Canada. So after customs, we went through the exit gates, and let me tell you about this service we had done our research on beforehand. It's called Airport Taxi and Limo Service. I'm going to be linking the link down below. None of the links I'm linking down below are affiliate links. It's just based on my experience and what I found super convenient. I also spoke to them beforehand and had downloaded the app already on our phones. They charge a flat fee of $60 to $65. I'm not sure about the exact amount. I think it's based on the car you order as well, but they have a flat fee to downtown Toronto if that's where you're going. And we had spoken to them in Delhi before taking our flights about the costings and which car do they recommend, since we have a lot of luggage. So they recommended a minivan and a fee of $68 to me from the airport to my Airbnb in downtown Toronto. The driver was already waiting for us at the flight time, and we got into the car and he'd also dropped us to the Airbnb. Super nice guy. He also helped us with our luggage right into the lobby as well, and the process of this entire company was super smooth. Like I mentioned earlier, we already have our SIN numbers and we already have a bank account, so we will not be doing those steps. Again, video for those is mentioned down below. It's snowing outside right now, and just so you know, this is the first time I'm seeing snow like ever in my life. I have always lived in warmer countries, or let's say warmer parts of the world, so I'm really excited to see snow and like feel it for the first time. Let's see how that goes. If you want to watch my next steps as well as explore Toronto a little bit. Please stay tuned, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.